Welcome back to Astro's Playroom. So before we address the elephant in the room, let's do some speedruns.
Okay.
Okay.
Why not, right?
So we're just gonna let the problem get worse and then come back?
Well, actually, it has to do with, well, if I just do the final boss, it will just be a 15-minute part, so let's do some speedruns.
Okay.
Besides, don't worry, the final boss will wait patiently until we get.
Not to mention, the speedruns, they just actually do have different layouts, so they are worth showcasing.
Oh, wait. They actually changed the layout of the levels for the speedrun?
As you can see, Jova, there you go.
Huh. I guess they made it so that you wouldn't be distracted by, other details here and there, as opposed to,
Yeah, like, these levels are much more clearly geared towards speedrunning purposes, like, they're much more linear, like, you can...
Even the type of obstacle course.
Huh.
Shit.
So what, are there, like, sapphire, gold, and platinum relics?
We're not going that far with the references.
Well,
All the
again, the
stupid perfect
structure
balance.
again is very similar to Mario 3D World. So,
Yeah, like I said, Theo, this game in general feels like a hybrid of Odyssey and the 3D World, like a middle ground between those two, basically.
Hey, if you want to rip off something that's good, so why not?
Oh, yeah.
So basically, Pedro, it's perfect preparation for Bowser's Fury, which is literally a fusion of Odyssey and 3D World by the looks of it.
I love the music.
A nice victory dance.
Not just that, I love the victory music when you finish a speedrun as well.
Yes, we know there's a sound company.
We'll check it
out later.
Yeah, we'll check it later.
Later,
Morgana.
Morgana.
It's like that bit with the president hanging off the building in the 7 remake. He's constantly moaning and going, "Help me out," and Cloud's like, "I'm dizzy, I'm getting something out of the vending machine."
Let's not do that today.
Procrastination.
Yay.
I mean, to be fair, it is very... To be fair, it was very satisfying getting to leave the president who's caused all this suffering just hanging there like, maybe I will help you out, man who has killed plenty of people I've known and grown to care for. Or maybe, just maybe, I'm going to take a bit of time at this vending machine. So hang out a bit.
And after you get the drink, you should just sit on the edge with him and
Big
just...
sip.
Hey, that's funny thing. You said big sip as I took a sip. Are you guys spying on me?
Dwaves, spying on you is the last thing that I want to do right now.
You hacked my Xbox. You're listening to me.
Oh, I have absolutely interest in doing that, clearly.
You keep threatening me, fingers.
Anyway.
It's all part of the plan. But yeah,
what's
well
that
done,
sound?
Wait, not again, Morgana. We'll get to it later.
Stupid cat.
Yeah, seriously, it's like when it comes to Morgana, I swear procrastination is like his biggest enemy.
Yeah.
And yet he demands that you sleep.
Also, sorry, Jova, but remember, Sega and Atlus did not actually had references in this game, so they do not exist in this world.
For the speedrun of this stage, I recommend jumping over the bits of ice instead of breaking them. You'll lose less.
Makes sense.
You'll waste less time that way.
But
How lenient are these?
There you go. This one you have to break. There's no way around it.
But yeah, Tio makes a good point, actually. I'm surprised that there's no Persona 5 reference in
That
this game.
was again, it was probably a decision from the different publisher, and Sega is completely absent from this. Again, it's not really a big of a deal, especially because, already the quantity that is in it. But you have to remember that, stuff like Yakuza and Valkyria Chronicles were big parts of PlayStation history as well. So it would have been logical potentially to see them there, but it's an absence that I can see,
not everything could make it in, especially in a short game like this.
No, like he said, I get the idea that it was a problem also of the publisher, because contrasted to something like, say, Konami, especially in its current state, Konami had probably no reason to do this, but yet they went full ahead with the 3 major things that were popular on PlayStation, Symphony of the Night, Metal Gear Solid, and Silent Hill 2. So there is that. So technically speaking, it was probably just a thing that Sega just maybe was approaching like, and we don't really feel like it, and it was the end of it.
I love how they chose quite possibly the most upbeat music for the speedrun of a dark and stormy night.
The speedrun music seems to be common for all of the tracks of it. So
Really? I thought this one sounded a bit different.
No, they're the same. It seems.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I think it fits.
Mm-hmm.
It's just
it needs to give the sense of urgency. So
I like how the TVs actually bang down in time with the music.
Well, I mean, since they shut off all the analog TV signals, those poor TVs have had nothing to do for the past decade, so...
Again, it's abundantly clear that Koizumi's games are a huge influence on Nicolas Doucet.
Oh, definitely. And you know what? Like Tia said, take from the best. And you know, hey, they're doing a much better they're doing a much better job taking from the best than Sony were. Except for, when they initially made the PlayStation. That obviously worked out. Oh, this one's in the monkey suit.
Mm-hmm. Well, that's the thing, Joe, but the speedruns challenges involve everything. One for each of the main stages, and one for each of the 4 main suits, basically. So basically, if you've managed to master the suit, you can do now a speedrun with it. There you go. See if you can get there with a good time. There you go.
Interesting that the monkey one is the first suit to do speedrun wise.
It's not, Joe, but we can select it in any order. I'm just picking whatever order I
remember.
Well, I assume that you were going by them in the order, that they're initially essentially.
Well, actually, I was just going from left to right from where they show up in the menu, to be honest with you. So
they are unlocked depending on which work you complete. Remember, the notification appears after you're done with that and tells you, there's a speedrun set of challenges available now.
Being a Western person, I'm used to going from left to right instead of right to left, so...
Yeah.
Alright, there we go. And there it is.
Zoop! Perfect landing!
Yeah, do the jump rope.
Also, that bot on the left is tied to its balloon. Someone untangle it, please.
Don't worry. Don't worry, Taylor. We'll be fine. No, thank you. We're not done yet.
I told you 1,000 times. I'll get there later.
Get there when we get there.
All right, and now the jetpack speedrun.
Blast off!
To infinity and beyond.
Whee!
I never actually played I think there was only one, the game Blast Off on the PS1. If I recall correctly, there was supposed to be a sequel to it, but it was cancelled for development troubles or something.
Alright. Yes, Trevor's phone. I'm enjoying this too. Alright, and let's go. There you go. See
it reminds me a bit, this type of music reminds me a bit of a combination of things like Kirby, but also the Tetris, the theme A of Tetris, which is actually based on a Russian song.
And I got myself a new record.
Huh.
By that I mean a new personal record. The leaderboards, on the other hand, people have done some incredibly insane times in the leaderboards. Alright. Hopping run. Alright, here we go.
The gibberish also used for the bots reminds me a bit of the fake language that was created from Japan Studio also for the Patapons. Although I never actually bothered to check what specific type of, how they actually developed it, because the way the chorus sounds for the Patagon game is a bit unconventional, because it sounds like they actually had a group of children doing the chorus for it, and also for the Patapon, gibberish verses. So I actually do wonder if they actually employed like a school class or something.
Probably. There's also the like Jova said as well. It's abundantly clear that the character designs and the overall style of the way they use it. It's clear that someone in the team loves Wally.
Mm-hmm.
Alright.
That guy stuck in that snorkeling mask.
I don't know. Well, it seems to be enjoying it, so why not?
Alright, one more speedrun stage.
When we can investigate that sound in the basement.
Yeah.
There you go.
Hey, don't worry, I'm sure the noise will just wait for us.
And honestly, I forgot about it, so let's just,
Alright, let's go.
This is, of course, definitely probably the best one for speedrunning because it's literally a rollerball.
Mm-hmm.
It's simple. Just stay on the path and out the dirt.
And oh, there's the rubber ducky.
Wow,
Watch out for the spike.
Wow, so far Pedro's just bowling the stage over.
Yep. Alright, ice part. And there we go. Haha. Alright.
There's the finishing line.
And we're done.
yay.
All right.
Alright, so that's the speedrun network done.
Alright, we'll go look.
Fine, Mom.
Network.
Let's get there.
So yeah, that's the network speedrun, which basically represents the network adapter of the PS5. So let's check what exactly is going down here.
Wow, even the
Well, like any of
CPU's
the rest of you
checking
could
it
Hey,
out.
look
help
at that.
in the meantime.
Even the CPU is afraid.
Oh. Oh.
Oh,
Eh? Doesn't
Like-
look that bad.
none of you could have dealt with this? No?
Like
Okay.
seriously, that shit's inside your console. It's not really very, it's not really encouraging the fact that not even the CPU knows what's inside.
Yeah. That is
There might be some
concerning.
issues with the launch copies here.
Is that the reason why we were limited?
Let's see. Oh, there's even magical things coming out of it,
Ooh.
or whatever
Look
it is.
at our particle effects.
Alright, let's go.
Back to
Welcome.
Ah!
Welcome to 1994 Throwback.
Oh.
Hello.
Let's see.
Hello,
Hey, a PlayStation.
And we have a memory
Memory
card belonging to someone named Ken. Teo.
Demo 1.
Who could Ken be, Teo? Do you think?
Ken Kutaragi.
Very good. For those who don't know, Ken Kutaragi was the lead architect of the PS1, PS2, and PS3.
Oh, it's a demo. Oh.
Oh,
Demo
snap.
That takes
Demo
back.
1.
That really takes back.
All right, let's jump over these
yes,
memory
the
cards.
Age of Demo 1.
Do you all feel old yet?
Terribly.
All right.
This is fun.
All right. Let's see what exactly can we find here.
Don't go to the middle of the disc. You'll fall through it.
This is a little
And they have
pre-Kingdom
lights.
Hearts introduction boss nest.
Well, Shiroi.
know,
I'm
right?
expecting the choir to turn up.
Yeah.
Well, Shiroi. Considering who's about to show up, it might as well be.
I think I heard this music both somewhere else, but I can't remember what was it.
There's a
And look at that. For this particular boss, we'll have 2 extra hit points, so we can actually get hurt this one for this specific boss. And now,
Oh,
You know,
there it is.
Oh no!
Ladies and gentlemen, the final boss of Astro's Playroom, the tech demo T-Rex. In all its polygonal 32-bit glory.
Basically, for those who don't know, to show off the power of the PlayStation, Sony gave a scaring as all heck tech demo
Yeah.
of A T-Rex.
There were actually two, Jova. One was the Manta we mentioned before, which was very calm, relaxing, with a blue background and all. And the other was this gigantic T-Rex in a black background and a very ominous music, very Jurassic Park-esque, literally going at your screen.
That thing is terrifying.
One of the best things, like me and Dwebs talked about in the previous part, is that the game has been cleverly foreshadowing him throughout its entirety by constantly referencing him.
True.
So there you go. So there you go, Tail. Look at that. Now you get to kick the crap out of this T-Rex for all that stuff. There you go.
It's like how Kingdom Hearts lets you kick the crap out of Disney villains who gave you nightmares as kids.
Except in Free.
And there you go.
Again, you have to hit him in the eye. Dang.
Yay!
Wait.
Oh.
Yeah, I don't think so.
No
Yeah,
way
it's not
was it
gonna
gonna
be
be that easy. Oh, so what? Underneath his skin,
He
he's
called-
a robot?
He called his friend. Basically, this, from what I can tell, apparently this is a T-Rex from the first game, Astrobot Rescue Mission, and they decided to bring him back as a little callback.
There we go.
All right, so unlike 32-bit T-Rex,
Jesus.
unlike 32-bit T-Rex, HD T-Rex here is much tougher. There you go. Even
I can see that.
HDT-Rex.
well, the other T-Rex was an unfinished tech demo T-Rex. This is a T-Rex. This is a T-Rex from a modern HD finished game. So obviously he has much more coding in him. There you go.
I managed to beat this boss on my second set of hit points.
Good.
Just about.
So what was
Also,
your
Really, this
reaction?
game isn't. I mean, this game isn't too hard. It's just, it's just obviously this is hard.
So what was your reaction when you first got to this set of bosses, Pedro?
Oh,
I was like completely blown away in all the right ways, just because, like, okay, yeah, in hindsight, I should have seen this.
Wait, so he's wearing a trophy in his eye? Jesus.
Take bronze trophy in the
Out of
eye.
its eye.
Yes.
Jesus.
Well, Tail, take that bronze trophy to your eye, motherfucker. It's mostly because Jova, like the game, like and now take this platinum trophy on your eye. There you go.
And as we mentioned this earlier, do D-tier acquire in the background slightly?
Yes.
Again, the game has been subtly foreshadowing the T-Rex over and over. Forgot it. So yeah, in hindsight, we all should have seen this coming.
But like the noise was specifically a roll.
Hooray!
That's a very mild.
But here's the true final boss.
Oh jeez.
The credits.
Oh no.
Astro's
Oh god.
Playroom.
What? Oh my god.
Created by Team Azobi. The yellow letters give you.
Credits are attacking us.
By the way, if you hit the yellow letters, you get coins. So there you go.
Obviously.
Let me guess, if you don't attack the letters first, they'll hurt you.
No. The letters don't hurt you. They just push you. So.
Over the edge.
It's like Monkey Ball end credits.
Well, let me guess, if you fall off the edge, then you die.
I haven't actually tried it. Maybe, I don't know. I'll have to get back to you on that.
Like we said, the final boss is the credits.
There you go, Tosi. Plenty of Japanese people and the designers and programmers. It's mostly that's the thing, Teo. It's mostly just Nicolas Doucet who's the Western guy. Everybody else seems to be Japanese, basically. So yeah, don't leave just yet, everybody, because there's more after the credits.
Oh.
Astro will be invited in the PlayStation Stars Battle Royale initiative.
Well, actually, Teo, at this point, Astro should become the Nick Fury of Sony at this point. Like,
I wish.
I'm here to invite you to my next game. You're gonna be showing up as a reference in my next game. There you go.
Dang, those credits really have it out for poor Astro.
Making sure they're appreciating all the people who are involved.
You're gonna remember them, you know.
It's like how Undertale makes you remember them by literally throwing them at you.
I gave up on that. I didn't even try.
I worked hard to avoid all of them.
Oh, you did?
Yes.
Sound designer and the composer, Kenneth Siamyong. Office Life. Office Life? And there you go, Nicholas Assay as the director and producer. Thank you for playing!
Yay!
Thank you so much for playing my game.
Basically,
Pretty
yeah.
much.
Get lost.
Get a life.
Thank you for playing my game. Now get the fuck out. Go outside.
I'll go and buy more
No,
PS5 games.
Well, we can't go outside at the minute.
Special loving thanks to our families and friends. And there's
That's
the list.
not Astro's problem, Dribs.
And there's the list of them. And of course, special thanks. Oh, there you go. Special thanks and contribution to the creation of this game. Ken Kutaragi. There's also Shuya Yoshida in there. And I think there's some other people over the course of history. I don't. I'll have to. But I do remember seeing a couple
Does
more.
Does this game give
There you
any
go.
credit
They
to
thank all the
Yamauchi?
They thank all the worldwide studios. I don't remember the webs. And here you go too. Special thanks to our longtime friends and partners, and they list off all the third parties that are represented here.
Obviously.
There you go. And
Oh, clap! Oh yeah, everybody's cold.
and there
I
go
love how they put Quantic Dream at the bottom.
and there go Jim Ryan and Herman Hall, Scott Road, blah, blah, and all that stuff. All right, so that was Astro's Playroom. These black cards are going to be a while, so it gives time for a couple final thoughts. Again, again, the best pack-in with a console title ever. like seriously. It's such a fantastic introduction to the PS. Oh, you got this far? Here, we give you 10 cool points. Thanks.
Are they actually crediting us for sticking around for the credits?
And at the end, they're only going to credit us at the end, Jova. Hold on.
It's Astro with a house suite where he's like, "What are you still doing here? Go away! The game is over."
Yeah, basically. But yeah, no, this game has no right being as good as it is. Consider what could have just been a simple tech demo included, and nobody would have minded. And it's just a wonderfully charming game that even has speedrun stages with leaderboards for those who want to, get into the competitive scene of it if you want. It's just amazing how they went completely out of their way to make what should have been a forgettable tech demo into an incredibly memorable little game. It's incredibly charming. It's excellently designed, and it's just an overall great game. It's more than just a demo or a freebie or whatever. It's just a genuinely great game. Like regardless of its, even if you take away the DualSense abilities and even if you take away the references and stuff like that, like the presentation stuff, you still have an excellent 3D platformer in here. So yeah, kudos to Nicholas Doucet and his team for going way above and beyond the Call of Duty. And yeah, great. And I can't speak for you guys, but I am incredibly excited to see what Nicholas Doucet and this team have in store for us next, because they have completely won me over with this game alone, just because of how great the game is. So, Teo, what do you think?
Sure. Again, especially for being a package entitled with a console, it's pretty fine. The platforming is not the most complicated, but again, it does the job it needs to do to, being a tech demo for the controller, and for the younger audience especially, that want to pick it up, and being introduced to something is pretty cool. As a celebration of the history of a brand, it really is shameless in what it does. In the same, basically, buy our shit every 5 minutes. But it does it in kind of a charming way. It's kind of like watching some of those old propaganda cartoons, but if you see them in an ironic way, you can still enjoy them. So there's that.
Still with us? You're great. I have 100 cool points to you.
Cool.
Thank you.
Yeah, it's like a crisis. You must be super cool to proceed. But even in terms of references, I forgot if I said at the beginning, but I reiterated, these type of references, the thing that referenced, this is the kind of thing that PlayStation All-Stars Battle Royale should have been in terms of celebrating the history of the brand, both first party and third party, which reinforces ultimately my point that Sony has all the cards on the table for making a great crossover potential in the future. We just need to find a right studio for it and the right idea in mind and just have faith in the project. But back to this game. I mentioned previously that of a couple of things that were not here, but I can pass on it. The one reference that I think should have been included in some capacity, maybe even on the Morales in an angle, should have been Polygon Man. Not really because it was part of a game, but because of what it represents. Remember, it was like one of the first very things created with the PlayStation, engines. So I get the idea that it should have been kind of a part of the celebration as a whole. That is the only one thing that I do believe it really should have been included. Everything else is just extra stuff that could have been added, but I'm not really gonna cry over it. Especially because again, it does the homework for everything that it needs to do. But yeah, like these I don't really have any other major complaints on this. It does the job it needs to do, and you don't really have to pay for it aside from getting the actual console, but that's redundant. So there's that. So here's hoping that it's paving for things to come in the future.
Shiroi, what do you think?
This is very cute. For a tech demo, it's actually a lot more than I expected it to be. I like platformers, and this seems like a really good one, with or without the benefits you get from the controller. I mean, the references are all very, very cute. The music's great. I could actually hear it in this one. Final boss was interesting. No, this was like for something you get for free with the console. This was again very good and a lot more than it had any right to be, honestly.
I know, right? This game has no right being this good.
They could have easily just sold it for like $20 or something, and they had all the right to do it, but instead they just tacked it on.
They could have just had you like dicking around in a couple of rooms.
Yeah.
No, this was like a full game, really. This is.
Hang in there, Shiroi. 1,000 cool points for you.
Hey.
Again, Arman told Nicholas to make a tech demo, and he made a great 3D platformer. Go ahead, Shiroi, continue.
No, that's it. This was a lot of fun and very charming.
Twibs.
What you guys said, pretty much. It's pretty short, relatively, maybe as a glorified tech demo. But overall, it's very fun. Got a lot of neat callbacks while also building up to the future. And that's about it.
Alright, but now there is one person we're not yet thanked. That's right, it's you, the player and the true hero of this story. Thank you and see you again in our next adventure. The end. Alright, Jova, hold on, because we have one more thing before we finish this.
Perhaps a hint of what the next adventure will be.
Not so much. One more thing.
Huh?
Hello.
Did we die?
No.
I think so.
I mean, considering we... I don't know,
You got the wrong game. This is not the game with robots that talks about existentialism.
Oh, a new artifact.
But don't you see, Astro gave his...
The Pulse 3D wireless headset makes things sound as 3D as they look.
Bye.
Are we getting our PS5 now?
Get one of those.
Alright, and now... There you go, Jova. You were correct. Yes, we will get the PS5 set as well. I mean, might as well while we're at it, right?
Of course.
So you know what this means, right? There's a PS5 inside the PS5. However the hell that works.
So inside that PS5 is another PS5, and inside
And
that
here's
PS5
go.
is another
The HD
PS5.
camera looks more like a clamera. But so yeah, this is now the new current gen version of the iToy and the PlayStation camera. There you go. So yeah, it actually does look like a clam. Actually, yeah. Anyway,
I'm clamoring for that PS5 right now.
It reminds me
Alright.
of the PSP camera, actually.
all right. Let's see what the next artifact is.
Probably the DualShock 5.
DualSense 2. It's not the DualShock.
DualSense.
It's not the DualShock 4 is the last DualShock. Oh, there you go. The DualSense. It's in your hands now. Well, it is actually. Yeah.
It always was.
Why is it? You know, why
Holy
did it makes me wonder why they ditched the whole DualShock name anyway.
Because they wanted to emphasize how this is much more, sense-based in terms of how you feel.
Yeah, I mean,
The
it just makes sense after all.
It's in your hands now.
They wanted to emphasize just how this controller is different than the previous DualShocks in significant ways. So they decided they needed a name change to really emphasize that. Anyway, let's pull the final cable. And there you go. And I love this line here in a moment. All right, the PlayStation 5. Number 5 is alive.
God, the theory.
Wow.
A short circuit reference. That's the last movie I would expect to be referenced in here, but whatever.
Okay then.
So there you go. Here's your digital PS5 inside your physical PS5.
Oh my god,
So
the old
I got the disc slots there.
yeah, of
Yeah,
course.
there's a disc slot.
Well, that's the thing. I haven't actually checked if they change the model depending on which kind of PS5 you have or not. I don't know. I'll have to look into it. I actually haven't checked that now that I think about it. Yeah, there you go. And the PS5 and its artifacts will stay here in the center. There you go.
Of course.
And there you go, everybody. We have officially collected every artifact. We have completed our PlayStation collection.
Welcome to the family, son.
This just makes me miss Kongs.
And there you go, everybody. We have officially 100%ed Astro's Playroom. There you go. We're done.
Look at them, all 5 of them.
There you go. See. And now
It's a new piece of technology.
Now go home, PS3.
and now all the bots get to play. Surprisingly, there's no bots humping the PS5.
Because the
Is
PS5
this
has yet.
brand new and they don't want to soil it or something?
Okay,
Probably.
That's just in Pedro. The PS5 has yet to prove itself humpable yet.
I guess, yeah.
How does it do that?
Well,
It be something that good.
Life
Shiro.
always finds a way.
Away. Yeah, exactly. All right. So before we leave, might as well.
Survey our glorious kingdom that we have created.
Yeah, basically.
Again, go away, PS3.
Whatever. Like, come on. It's we're past
No, Vita.
we're past 2008, Jova. Come on.
I tease, but nah, the PS3 is literally the only Sony console I'm probably never going to own. Or who knows, maybe I will buy it eventually now that it's cheaper and has...
Yeah. Oh no, you can
more
get it.
to it.
You can get a super slim really cheap at this point, I assure you. Anyway, there you go. So the CPU Plaza is fine again. The CPU is happy.
And
So,
thanks to any of you lot.
well, Shiwei Astro is the hero. So,
It's the one we need.
Yeah.
when
Oh,
the
and how
phone
fitting. The
server-
So
video
he
ends.
gets first dibs on the PS5 then.
maybe
How
that.
fitting the
Well,
how
actually,
fitting the video ends after he waves goodbye.
well, Shiwei, actually, now that you say that, maybe that's why none of the other bots are humping the PS5 because as the hero, Astro gets first dibs. Maybe.
Oh.
There we go.
All right, Jova, close us out.
Yeah, I think it may be the best tech demo I have ever seen. I mean, it's literally the first tech demo I've seen that is, has this much playability to it. And it really does a good job getting not only the controls of the PS5, the mechanisms of the PS5, but the looks of the PS5, but also, the PS5 controller as well. Like, I gotta say this. Good luck to any third-party companies that try to make their own third-party PS5 controllers, because this is a case where it sounds like, well, you have to be as good as the original for obvious reasons.
That's a fair. Yeah, that is true because bootleg Chinese controllers for the DualShock 3 and 4 always have some kind of faulty 6-axis stuff or anything along those lines.
Outright missing features. We even tell you on the bottom cover.
The Chinese bootleggers are gonna have a field trying to replicate this crap.
Yeah. Because this is very remarkable. The music is good. And again, like Tio said, it does what PlayStation Battlestars Royale tried to do, but better. Heck, even down to literally having the final boss be of the PlayStation era here and there. Like, I'll admit, I kind of thought it was going to be Polygon Man, but no. Instead, it was the glorious T-Rex from back then.
My guess is
HD Big Brother.
My guess is Nicholas thought the T-Rex would be a scarier, more imposing boss battle over Polygon Man.
Sure.
I mean, okay, I guess to be fair, Polygon Man's whole thing is that he never truly existed. Well, okay, he did exist, but he was meant to be the
PlayStation. Concept, anything. To be fair, so in a way, so is the T-Rex. But like I said, I wouldn't be fine it's just being present on the murales, the painting on the wall.
Sure.
Like puzzle pieces for.
I do agree, though, that it is weird that Polygon Man did not show up, at all, though. Weird. But that said, though, this tech demo is still amazing overall. So, like I said, Japan Studio, good to have you back. Looking forward to the next one.
Yeah, with Nicholas to say at the helm of the studio as a whole, not just Team Asobi itself, who knows, maybe a bright future awaits us. So, looking forward. Who knows,
maybe they'll be able to make a knack game that doesn't suck.
Hopefully they won't make a knack free at all. So, we know that because Nicholas recently said to Famitsu that they're already working on their next game. They already started work on it. So we'll have to wait and see. Is it going to be a new Astro game or maybe something new? It depends on what they feel like making. Whatever it is, I'll be there just because this team is clearly incredibly talented and passionate and they deserve to be paid attention to. So
are you going to buy a PSVR for them?
Like I've already said, Jova, this game sold me on the VR. Because if I buy the VR, I get to play another Astro platformer by this team. Yeah, that sells me on the VR alone. So, yes, thank you. Go ahead, finish if you haven't.
No, I'm pretty much done here. Well done. Well done.
All right, everybody, that was Astro's Playroom. Tune in for whatever PS5 thing we do. Who knows, maybe when Jova does Spider-Man PS4, maybe I can do Miles Morales since I have the PS5 version. We'll see.
Yeah.
See you, everybody.
Sure. See ya.